In 1991, archaeologists excavating a city gate in Gujarat, India, found something unexpected. Lying face down in the dirt, a wooden board rotted away. But the symbols it had carried were still there. 10 signs, each one nearly 40 centimeters tall, arranged in a row above what had once been the main entrance to the city. A message, displayed for everyone who entered. We have no idea what it says. This city was built over 4,000 years ago. It had running water, a sewage system, standardized weights and measures, and trade routes that reached Mesopotamia. Its people left behind thousands of inscriptions on stone seals, copper tablets, ivory, pottery. And in over 100 years of trying, with every tool available, including artificial intelligence, we have not deciphered a single sentence. Not one. In this episode, what we know about the civilization that built this city, what we know about the writing they left behind, and the question that nobody, not linguists, not archaeologists, not AI, has been able to answer. Was it even a language at all? Around 2600 BCE, something extraordinary happened in the river valleys of what is now Pakistan and northwest India. Cities appeared, not villages, not settlements. Cities, with grid-patterned streets, multi-story houses, public granaries, and drainage systems that would not be matched anywhere in the world for another 2,000 years. At its peak, the Indus Valley Civilization covered an area larger than ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia combined. More than 1,000 cities and settlements, a population that may have reached 5 million people. 5 million! Every house, regardless of size, was connected to a sewage network. Not just the wealthy districts, every house. The drains ran beneath the streets with inspection holes at regular intervals, engineered for maintenance. Rome would build something comparable 1,800 years later, and historians would call it one of the great achievements of antiquity. But here is what makes the Indus Valley genuinely strange. Archaeologists have excavated dozens of their cities. They have found granaries, bathhouses, workshops, dockyards, standardized weights, and long-distance trade goods from as far away as Mesopotamia. What they have not found is a palace. No throne room, no royal tomb, no monument to a king. No temple, no altar, no statue of a god, no weapons depot, no evidence of an army. 5 million people, over 1,000 cities, and, as far as we can tell, no rulers, no priests, no soldiers. We don't know how they organized themselves. We don't know who made the decisions. We don't know what they believed. And the one thing that might tell us, their writing, we cannot read. They did write, that much we know. More than 4,000 inscriptions have been found, carved into stone seals, pressed into copper tablets, scratched onto pottery. The seals are small, made to be pressed into clay. A merchant's signature, perhaps. A label. There are between 400 and 600 distinct signs, some geometric, circles, lines, angles. Others resemble animals, tools, a fish, and they follow rules. The signs appear in consistent sequences. There is structure here, the kind that looks from the outside like grammar. But here is the problem. The average inscription is 5 signs long. 5. The longest ever found contains 26. None of them contains anything resembling a sentence, a story, a record. Every other ancient writing system left behind long texts, laws, hymns, accounts. The Indus left behind labels. Or at least, that is what they look like. There's one exception. At Dholavira, archaeologists found 10 large signs mounted above the city's northern gate, each carved from white gypsum, nearly 40 centimeters tall, a public message placed where everyone entering would see it. We still cannot read it. The first attempt to decipher the Indus script was published in 1925. It failed. Since then, more than 100 scholars have announced a decipherment. Linguists, cryptographers, computer scientists, entire careers spent on a single hypothesis. Everyone has failed to convince the scientific community. It has been called, with some irony, the most deciphered script in the world. The obstacles are structural. There is no bilingual inscription, no Indus equivalent of the Rosetta Stone, no known word to anchor a reading. The inscriptions are too short to analyze, and the language behind them, if there is one, is completely unknown. No descendants, no related scripts, nothing. In 2009, a team applied machine learning to the problem. They found that the Indus signs followed each other with a predictability closer to natural languages than to any non-linguistic system they tested, closer specifically to Old Tamil. It was the strongest evidence yet that the script encoded language. Within months, a critic published a rebuttal. The same statistical result, he argued, would appear in any structured symbol system, language or not. It proved nothing. The debate has never been resolved. But there is a deeper question beneath all of this, one most people never think to ask. What if it isn't writing at all? In 2004, 3 scholars, a historian, a computational linguist, and an Indologist from Harvard, argued exactly that. Real writing systems, they said, produce long texts, laws, stories, prayers, names. The Indus inscriptions do none of this. They are short, repetitive, and appear only on seals and trade goods. What we call the Indus script, they argued, is not writing. It is a system of symbols, like emblems or clan markers, meaningful but not language, not speech made visible. The response was immediate. Early writing is often short and limited, the other side replied. The first Sumerian texts were tallies, not literature, and the Indus signs follow strict rules, consistent sequences recurring across hundreds of sites separated by hundreds of kilometers. That is what a shared language looks like, not a loose collection of symbols. Both sides have published, both remain convinced. And so we are left without an answer. We do not know if these people recorded their thoughts, their laws, their gods, or if the meaning was always somewhere else, carried in voices silent for 4,000 years. Around 1900 BCE, the cities began to empty, not all at once, not in a single catastrophe, slowly. Climate reconstructions published in 2025 show the Indus Valley endured 4 separate droughts, each lasting more than 80 years. Not seasons, generations. The rivers shrank, the harvests failed, the trade networks began to dissolve. People moved toward the water that remained, away from cities that no longer made sense. The cities did not explode. They loosened. Workshops emptied. Streets went quiet. And at some point, we cannot say when, someone pressed a seal into clay for the last time, and nobody taught anyone what the signs meant. The culture that followed had no writing of its own. It did not adopt the Indus script. It composed the oldest religious texts in human history entirely from memory, passed word for word across generations without a single written character. India would wait more than 1,000 years for writing to return. 1,000 years. In that gap, whatever the signs meant was lost completely. Not hidden, not buried, lost. The search has not stopped. Today, researchers are applying artificial intelligence to the Indus signs, hunting for patterns human analysis might have missed. The results are promising and inconclusive, because the core problem hasn't changed. AI can find patterns, but to prove a pattern means something, you need a reference point, a known language, a bilingual text. The Indus script has neither. In 2025, the government of Tamil Nadu offered $1 million to anyone who could decipher it. And the offer was controversial, because this is not only an archaeological question, it is a political one. If the script encodes an ancestor of Tamil, it would rewrite the history of South Asia. If it encodes something else, it would mean the opposite, and rival groups have staked their identity on each answer. The signs say nothing. They never have, not to us. But they are not neutral, not anymore. 4,000 years ago, someone stood at a city gate and looked up at 10 white symbols on a wooden board. They knew exactly what it said. We may never know. If this episode made you think, subscribe. There's a new civilization here every week. And tell me in the comments, is the Indus script a lost language? A system of symbols that never encoded speech? Or something we'll never have the tools to read?